guys, so I'm finally doing the long-awaited question and answer video for back to school that I told you guys I was gonna do like forever ago. I'm really sorry, I've been so sick lately. I had the fever. I don't even know what's been going on. I've been busy. It's just, as you can see by how I'm talking, I'm just a mess. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my throat, but like I sound gross. So I put together all your questions on my phone. And oh my god, I didn't even say this. Can you guys recognize I'm in my OG background? So I'm here visiting my parents for like 2 weeks kind of, because I finished camp, which is exciting. And I'm at my old bedroom. I can't form a sentence. If you guys have been watching my YouTube channel for a really long time now, you would recognize this background. This is where the magic happens. Not in that way. I meant this is where my channel started. So for this Q&A, I didn't actually like go through and see who the questions were from, just because so many of them were so similar and I didn't want to like exclude anybody, so I just kind of picked the most popular ones, I guess. And also these are really generic, so if you're going into middle school, high school, or even college, all of these can apply to you, so just so you know, because I know I made a college video and it didn't get as much attention as I thought it would, so I'm just doing this, seeing how it goes. I hope it helps. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I try. So tips on how not to procrastinate, and this is honestly the biggest thing for me when it comes to school. I'm the biggest procrastinator. Like, if I know a project's due in a week, I'm the type of person that leaves it the night before. And I do hate myself for that, because the night before you're scrambling and it freaking sucks. So with that being said, I often tell myself, you know, get it done now so you don't have to worry about it later. And that really does help me personally, because I mean, think about it, like if you do it now, you get it over and done with, then later you can go hang out with friends or like watch something on Netflix, or like you can reward yourself, you know, rather than screaming last second and like getting all this like anxiety and whatnot. I know it's really hard, and for everyone it's gonna be different, but you just really have to like try and focus and make sure that you're getting done what needs to be done. Studying tips was a huge question that everybody wanted to know. So definitely one thing, I know some teachers, especially with my school area, okay, they often would like give you a sheet of paper and be like, this is what's going to be on the test, study this stuff. And what I did was I focused more so on the stuff that I didn't know to get that locked into my head rather than the stuff I knew, because if all I'm doing is going over the stuff I know and kind of like perfecting that almost, and I have no idea the other stuff, I'm being real with you guys, you're gonna fail. And also a huge thing, because I know some people are like, I'm gonna study for like forever and then I'm gonna ace this test, but I mean, you're human. Like, if that works for you, that's great, but for some people, I know they just like, they'll sit there for hours and like procrastinate. For example, you can tell yourself that like a 5-10 minute break is okay. You're not gonna fail a test because you're gonna take 5-10 minutes to just like take a breather. And also a huge thing is to have water around when you're studying, because it helps personally me think and like breathe and just all this. Embarrassing middle school story. Now this is so I can't remember if this happened in grade 5 or 6, but I had to go to the bathroom so bad one day. I asked the teacher and she didn't let me go for like 10 minutes because she had to explain some class thing, which like I respect, you do you, and then I'll go. It was to the point I had to go so bad that I was just sitting there dying. And in grade 5 and 6 actually, we were in portables those years, so basically like I had to go outside and then into my school, all the way down the hall, turn on the hall, and then the bathroom was there. I know it doesn't like sound that long, but it's like a 5-minute walk kind of. So I finally get to go to the bathroom and I'm walking along just trying to focus, you know, I'm almost there, Brooke, don't piss yourself. I get to the bathroom and there's only 2 stalls in this bathroom, and both 2 stalls are occupied, and I'm sitting there like I'm about to piss myself, and this is gonna be the worst day of my life. So a girl came out of the stall and I like ran into that stall. I was like, I have to go so bad, and before I could even pull down my pants, I pissed myself. Thank God that day I brought a sweater that like, honestly, I think it went down to my thighs, so it covered the pee mark, but yeah. I really shouldn't be telling the whole world this story, but This is so awkward. What advice would you give to someone who has a YouTube channel? Should they keep it a secret from the people at school or share it? And also tips on balancing YouTube with school. Okay, so what was the first question? Here's the thing. I don't want to like tell you guys if you should tell your YouTube channel or if you shouldn't. It's my phone interrupts in every single video. But what I was saying was, it's all up to you guys. I don't want to have to be like, yeah, sure, totally, like tell it. Or no, don't like say anything, you know? For me personally, I didn't tell anyone for the longest time just because I found it embarrassing. I didn't really want people to watch me. But it's all you. If you feel comfortable and you won't be embarrassed if people watch your videos, then go for it. And tips on how to balance school with YouTube, I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty hard. All I can say is school always comes first. You never want to find yourself doing more YouTube than school. I know with first semester of college, I didn't have like the most workload, so that's when I would kind of pick up my YouTube channel, but there were times where school was just kicking my ass and I couldn't do YouTube, so I feel like that's a good balance. What was the first day of high school life for you? And the first day for me was honestly a blur, but I remember the hardest thing for me was to find my classes. One thing I do recommend if you're going into grade 9 is to definitely go and find your classes like before school starts. But I think overall my first day was pretty good. It just like, it flew by and it was just like, that wasn't so bad. Have you ever gotten bullied? If so, how did you deal with it? I have definitely been bullied severely, but I've gotten through it. I'm here today, am I not? It was definitely one of the hardest things of my life, and I don't want to like sit here and have you guys like pity me and feel sympathy for me. Like, I got through it. I'm okay. The biggest tip I have for you guys when it comes to bullying is just like, try your hardest not to let it get to you. And I know like somebody's bullying you, obviously me saying like, oh, don't let it get to you, like you're gonna be like, who does this chick think she is? Like, obviously it's gonna hurt my feelings, and I get that. One thing to do is definitely don't be afraid to tell anybody. I remember I was kind of scared to like tell my parents because I just like, I don't know. I mean, I was in 8th grade, I just didn't want them knowing. Just telling anyone really helps. Like, even if, you know, you're telling them the situation, or if you're just reaching out to get help, or just whatever the case may be, like, if it makes you feel better, then do it. And also keep in mind the people that are bullying you, like, why are they bullying you? Why are they wasting their life doing that to you? If there's one thing that I can just say is like, don't waste your time and energy on somebody that's gonna be negative like that to you, because at the end of the day, like, they're not gonna make you happy. So why are you letting them get to you when you have so many other people that love and support you and would do anything to make you happy? What kind of a kid were you in middle school? I was definitely the awkward, clingy outcast friend. That's the title I'm giving myself. I would see the popular people and I'm like, hey, I know those kids, I'm gonna go hang out with them. And I remember there were a lot of recesses where they would be like, why are you hanging out with us? And I'm like, because I want to. And they're like, you can't. So yeah, I don't know. Middle school was a weird time for me. Okay, so that was my back to school Q&A video. If you guys enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, and if it helped you, give it a thumbs up, because I felt like I was just everywhere during this video. Also, I'm sick, so I just feel that way in general. If you're not subscribed, then subscribe and become part of the fam, and that's it for me. I will talk to you guys in my next video.